What's okay today is not okay tomorrow. The trends are changing. Have you noticed how the trends are changing? Of course, now everything gets back to the old ways. So, there's too much echo in this, you know. We don't want to do disco or reggaeton or any of that. So, what is the purpose of the human form of life? Janma karma cha me divyang evang yoveti tattvataha tyaktva deham punar janma naiti mameti sorjuna. To remember Krishna in all circumstance, in all situations of life. Okay, you want to do some... All right. Technical intermission. All right, we're back. So, how to remember Krishna in every situation of life. Not just at the time of death. We don't know when death is going to come. So, I know this is a family program. We got kids here. We don't want to disappoint anybody. But our time here is limited. Like, Padmanabhan Prabhu is leaving tomorrow night. I'm leaving Monday afternoon. So we're only here for a short time. We're only here in this world for a very short time. There was once a rishi, a sage. He lived on the bank of the Ganges. And his whole body was full of hair. And his disciples, they decided, let's build him a nice little cottage. Because we should do something nice for Gurudev. Yet he said, you know, why bother? Now he lived so long that whenever one Brahma died, one hair would fall out from his body. And when all the hairs are gone, he would die. How long does Brahma live? Approximately? Anybody knows? You know Brahma? The one with the four heads?
After the Brahma, the hair would fall off.
Yeah, something. Long time. So, he lives for a very long time. So he said, don't bother to build a house. I'm only here for a very short time. Now we're very preoccupied about our comforts. While driving here in the neighborhood, we got lost because we're not using GPS. We're only relying on Super Soul. So, and what is there? Ahar nidra bhaya maitun. Everything is about eating, sleeping, mating, and defending. All we saw was people going to eat, people going to drink, people going to buy things, things for the car, things for the house, etc. But where is there any information about what is the purpose of life? Why are we here? Why are we here? What are we doing here? Now, if you would believe common opinion, then what is the goal? The goal is to get to the top, right? The goal is to get to the top of the pile. When Srila Prabhupada was in Japan, Srila Prabhupada is our founder, the founder of the Hare Krishna movement, who left India on a cargo ship in 1965. And he traveled over the oceans to New York with 40 rupees in his pocket. And he started this movement single-handedly at the age of 70 by following the instructions of his spiritual master to bring the message of the Bhagavad Gita to the whole world and spreading it for the benefit of everyone. So that's what he did at the age of 70. So don't think, oh, I'm old, I can't do nothing, you know, I'm just going to sit around and wait till I die. No, there's a lot of opportunity. There's a lot of purpose. So, what was the point before I started talking about Prabhupada? Japan, yes. Yes. In Japan, he went there to print his books. And Japanese businessmen, when they came and received him, there was like 5 executives who were taking him around, showing him the printing company. Dai Nippon, one of the big printing houses, big publishers in Japan. And there was a young gentleman, he was assisting these executives. And everybody gave, put their business card, they give their business card. And when the gentlemen, when we were out, Prabhupada was asking this younger assistant, the secretary, so what is your goal? Why are you here? What are you doing? And he took all those business cards and he put his on top. And he said, that's the goal. I want to be on top of the pile. So people are trying. They're trying really hard. Okay, who's got the bigger car? Who's got the bigger house? Who's got more asset? Who's got more to show off? But is that really success? Is that really success? Is the one who has the most toys in his crib the winner? Not really. Not quite. Because everything is very temporary. It's very flickering. I just came from Honduras. Have you heard from Honduras? You see those stickers on the bananas? Honduras is not just a sticker on a banana, or Costa Rica, or, Salvador, or Guatemala. They're actually countries with people. Anyway, that's a joke. So, because as a kid you might think, Honduras is a brand of bananas, because you got a sticker on the banana. The president of Honduras just got put in jail for 45 years in the United States for aiding drug trafficking. And his response to the sentencing was, well, that's unfair. It's unjust. Everybody's taking money. Everybody's taking bribes. Everybody's collaborating with the bad guys. Why are you putting me in jail? So obviously his ethics, his morals were very compromised. But it is a general tendency that people will do pretty much anything to become famous, to become wealthy, to become successful. And they'll go to great extents doing immoral, illegal, unethical things to achieve their desired objective. Not knowing that even if I don't get caught by the law, Krishna is always watching. Rasoham apsukanteya prabhasmi shasi suryayo pranava sarva vedeshu. What's the last one? Sadhu? Shabdake paurusham nrishu. So when you drink water, that taste of water, that's Krishna. You all drink water, right? I know there's people like the bubbly drinks a little more here, right? That stuff with bubbles and spike and a little bit of punch, right? But we all need water. So when you drink water, remember this taste of water is Krishna. Can you do that? When you drink water, you remember Krishna? Can you do that? That's the time for audience participation, That's like when we hold up the sign and you say, in Bengal, they say, or you can nod in whichever way. But you got to do it. Remember Krishna. When you see the sun, when you see the moon, sound, Omkar, Pranava, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. If you don't like the discussion, then change the mantra, change the tune. Have you noticed that sometimes you hear TV or radio and it's very abrasive? It's like you realize this is toxic stuff. I don't want to expose myself to that. Has this ever happened to you? It has, right? And then you feel, I need to change the sound vibration. I can't stand this. This is awful. So then chant Hare Krishna. Chant Hare Krishna. It's available. It's a practice that's available to everyone. And you can actually experience Krishna is right there. He's right there. He's right present with me. Have you ever been distracted? Have you ever not been distracted? We live in the times where people are very distracted. Yeah, we hear that the dog is barking. Yes, sound is powerful. So, put the transcendental sound vibration on all the 108 tracks of your mind. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. And I guarantee you, money back guarantee from this seminar, that your quality of life will increase by at least 108%. You can come and see me for a refund, okay? Because when you chant Hare Krishna and you experience Krishna's presence, you realize that I'm good. No one can touch me. Do you want to have superpowers? Do you want to be untouchable? Do you want to be above all this noise and all this chaos and all this stuff that doesn't work out? Then chant Hare Krishna. It is available. But we think, no, I'm too educated. I'm too smart. I'm too busy. I don't need this chanting. That's something for grandma. Sometimes I tell people, they ask me, how did you come to this? You white boy. Hey, white boy. Huh? White boy. What are you doing? Huh? What? At the age of 15, going to boarding school in Switzerland, you became a monk, a Hare Krishna. Why did you do that? All this spirituality is okay for grandma, right? Old people. Now, what does old mean? Hare Krishna, welcome. What does old mean? Old means about to die. Now, who here can say that they're not about to die? There is no guarantee. Parikshit Maharaj, he knew he had 7 days left to live. We don't know if we have 7 minutes. Every day we hear of and we experience all different types of accidents, all different types of diseases, all different types of difficulties. The question is not if, the question is when it will happen. Now, of course, everyone thinks, no, me. I'm here at least for another 50 years, right? At least 30, right? But then you hear people are dying at the bright old age of 61, just like a couple of years before they get retirement, before they get pension. And people say, yeah, he lived a full life. Full life what? Huh? Our grandparents, they were in their 80s, late 80s and 90s. And now if you live 60 to 70, oh yeah, he lived a full life. No, it's not a full life. This machine is supposed to last 100 years. Who here can say that they're going to last 100 years? Huh? You? Are you sure? What's your guarantee? Well, but Prabhu may have another plan for you. He may have some seva somewhere else for you. Fine, right? No problem. Yeah. If you want to see God smile, tell him your plan. If you want to see Krishna smile, tell him your plan. We have a plan. Krishna has a plan. Guess who's going to win? What do you think? Huh? I have a hunch. So, we're here to remember Krishna in all situations of life, because we don't know when that moment will come, when we're called. But if we get used in our practice to remember Krishna, when we drink water, when we see the sunshine, when we see the moon, when we honor Krishna's remnants, prasad, when we read the Gita, when we do kirtan, when we engage in seva, in activities for the pleasure of Krishna, then whenever that moment comes, so be it. Narayana parak sarve nakutaschana bibyati svarga pavarga narakeshu apitulyarta darshana. Whether I'm on top of the pile, on the bottom of the pile, or out in the swamp, I'm okay. I remember Krishna, and I do the best I can to be part of the solution. Now you probably don't notice, but I just came from Central America, in countries where the president is in jail for 45 years and the last president is still on the run, and the next guy, we'll see what will happen to him. Where literally nothing works and things are very, very difficult. So this place is pretty organized comparing to Central America. Okay? Did you know that you live in paradise? Did you know that? No? No. Because we're so used to it, right? We're used to it. We got all kinds of fruits. We got every possible crop that grows. And we got people that are so nice that they just stop on the middle of the road and stop their car and get out and start talking to each other. Have you noticed? We almost couldn't get here. And it wasn't just because they were all out to buy doubles, but they just had lively conversations all over. And it's really, there's a good fabric. It's a good bunch. What's the biggest export product of Trinidad? Huh? It's not bananas, it's not doubles, it's not sugar, it's not cocaine. What is it? It's brilliant humans. I have met Trinis all over the world. I just came from Toronto and Montreal. They're everywhere. Huh? I met them in Panama, I met them in Montreal, I met them in Toronto, I met them in New York, I meet them in India, I meet them all over the place. And they're doing well. Why? Because they're smart, they're tenacious, and they're very hardworking. Huh? So, we live in paradise, but there's trouble in paradise. Have you noticed? Have you noticed that there's trouble in paradise? Temple got attacked a couple of weeks back. Devotee was severely injured. Temple was robbed. Police was called. Police didn't show up for 1 hour and couldn't care less of what happened and who did what to whom. So, there is trouble in paradise. We can also see that there's trouble amongst families. People not getting along with each other. There's trouble in our own life. Sometimes we don't get along with ourselves. Have you noticed? It's the hardest thing to live with yourself for eternity. So if you want to have peace, if you want to have success, if you want to have happiness and all the good stuff in life, then please follow Krishna's instruction in the Gita. Sanjay at the end, in the closing words, he says, Yatra Yogeshwara Krishna, Yatra Partada Nurdara, Tatra Sri Vijayo Bhutir, Druvanitir Matir Mama. If you want all the good stuff, success, victory, fame, opulence, make sure you got Krishna and Arjuna on your side. Make sure you're connected with them. Now, we may have a Gita somewhere in our library, but are we reading the Gita? Are we living the Gita? Are we sharing the message of the Gita? Or are we just another rat in the rat race? So that question we all have to answer for ourselves. So humbly ask you, please renegotiate your relationship with technology. Don't let these little things dictate and ruin your life. Don't be a slave to technology. Just 1 day ago, a lot of systems went down. Almost 10,000 flights were canceled. Hundreds of thousands of people were stranded all over the world. Hospitals, delivery systems, medicine, nothing worked. The blue screen of death had taken over. So don't become so dependent on these externals. We remember we had a life before cell phone. You remember? We had a life before phones. I tell the kids, this book is written by someone who is from before the web. And they go, wow, that's really radical. This guy's from before the web. How did they live back then? I worked on farms every summer in the Swiss Alps. And if you're close to Mother Nature, you realize that there is no scarcity. There is enough for everybody. And there is a plan. It's a good plan. It's God's plan. And if I align myself with Krishna's plan, everything will be fine. So there's nothing to stress and worry about, because stress will create indigestion and cancer, ama, poison and stuff, because you can't properly process your food. So let us not stress and be happy. But that is only possible if we're connected with Krishna through the transcendental sound vibration. So I feel like I'm in Mayapur here. It's hot, humid, it rains a lot, and there's a lot of mosquitoes. And I'm happy to see Padmanabhan Prabhu and a few other old friends. So we're having a party, because Krishna consciousness is celebration every day. It's utsav. It's a festival every day. Because what are we celebrating? We're celebrating the magnanimity, the generosity, the beauty of Krishna. That is shown in this Krishna consciousness practice. And yes, as we heard in today's verse, Yad Yad Vibhuti Mat Sattva Shrimad Urjitam Evava, that every beauty that we see in this world, Krishna says, is just a spark of my splendor. It's just reflecting Krishna's potency. And don't worry, the dogs will bark, but the caravan will pass. So don't get too obsessed with your self-imposed misery, with our goals, our aspirations, our dreams. Yes, we should strive, we should do the best we can, but the result is not up to us. You see some people who are dumb and incapable, and they're very successful. Have you noticed? And there's PhDs who can't get a job and can't figure it out how to get it done. Have you noticed? So we will hear from Padmanabhan Prabhu, and thank you all for coming, taking part in this satsang. Have this regularly in your home. Feel free to invite a few friends or all your 5,000 friends that you have. Tell them all, come down. We'll have a party. We'll feed you prasadam, and we'll chant and dance and sing Hare Krishna. And I guarantee you, the sound vibration, the script, the whole mood will change in our lives, in our families, in our communities, in our country, in the world. Because there's no scarcity. There's plenty of everything. It's just a matter of improving our communication, our cooperation, and then we will actually feel Krishna's love and trust that He's offering to us every day, every moment. What does Krishna tell to Arjuna? I got your back. Don't worry. Masuchaha. Don't worry. It's all good. But stay on my team. Stay on my team. Remember me. And how do we do that? Yat karoshi yadashna yat shuhoshi dadasiyat yat tapasyasi kaunteya tat kurushva madarpanam. Whatever what you do, whatever you offer, whatever you give away, whatever you accept and take, do it as an offering for Krishna. Don't exclude Krishna. Krishna is not just, oh yeah, He comes into the picture when somebody passed away. But before that, no, we're going to do our own thing. Krishna is Ishvara Parama Krishna Sachidananda Vigraha Anadi Radhi Govinda Sarva Karana Karanam. Krishna is the source of all the incarnations, of all the demigods. God does not have to work. God doesn't have to campaign. God doesn't have to go to office. God doesn't have a job. God only exchanged love. He only exchanged love with His devotees. If you want to do business, you're dealing with Durga, Kali, Ganesh, this one, that one. But if you want to exchange love, that's Krishna. So, the choice is ours. Krishna says, everyone is on my path. You want to take the scenic route? You want to get lost? But if you want to actually achieve the goal of the human form of life, then let us study Krishna's teachings and live by the tenets of the Bhagavad Gita, which is the user's manual of the galaxy. It tells us how we got here, what is the purpose, and how we can get back to Krishna. So thank you for your kind attention, and please turn your homes into temples. Come and visit the Hare Krishna centers in Longdenville and whatever you possibly can, and figure out, what's my seva, what's my service, what can I do to be part of the solution. And remember, Trinis are exceptional, so don't underestimate your capacity. Don't just think, dire, let's just take it easy and chill and relax. You got much more potential than you think. And Krishna can empower you to do grandiose things. It's His Shakti, it's His potency. So thank you for your kind attention, and we will hear from Padmanabhan Prabhu how we can align ourselves more with Krishna's purpose and how we can be part of the solution, because there is trouble in paradise. And it's not just a few dogs who are barking and a few potholes and not enough, immigration staff at the airport. There's a few other things, but you know better than I. So thank you for being part of the winning team and for trying to be part of the solution. Hare Krishna. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. Thank you very much. Hare Krishna.